This video will show you what happens if we just take the image slices as we go through the uh, volume, save them as say color images, and then load them back as say RGB data or color data. Now this was the idea that came up when discussing with Graham Davis. He's from Queen Mary University of London. So it's his idea, and uh, he just wanted to see what happens if we just clip through the data like I have here. So this is the eyeball case. I have toggled the camera to orthographic because this will work only in orthographic mode. So this clipping plane goes on and clips the data, the volume, and I just have say 100 frames here. So I go in and save the image sequence, which I have done here. So this is the image sequence that I have saved. List here. So I've got these 100 images, and then I have created I've imported that into the importer. So let me just show you how I imported that in the importer. So this is the importer, and that's the output that I have got here. So I drag and drop. It's a standard image directory, and then these are RGB images or RGBA images. You can use either of these, and then these are the images that I have got here. These are the images. So I have imported them and created the created this test eyeball .pvl.nc. so let me just start this T, and I will import this file here, which is a RGB data, and let's move to high res mode F2. Now we are in orthographic mode. Let me just change the red, green, blue here. Okay, now this is the data that we have. So in the alpha channel, because I have loaded the data as red, green, blue RGB data, on the alpha channel it is black. So let me just remove that black in the using transfer functions. So okay, so I have removed the black, and this is our real data actually that we are loading. And let me go into orthographic mode. So this is the orthographic mode. Let me remove the clipping plane, and if I bounding mouse, now if I put the clipping plane here, then these are actually just 100 slices of the data. These are pre-rendered slices, and then you can move it interactively. So this is much like the light field rendering, though it's from just a single perspective. This is just just playing with the images here, whether we can incorporate light field like thing in Drishti. Now this idea will only work in orthographic projection here. If we shift to say perspective projection, let me show you what happens. So this is a perspective projection, and you can see the texture being distorted because our viewpoint changes. But in orthographic, this thing really works well. So in principle, we can say if we have a very slow rendering for a particular data, if the data is large and you have a lot of rendering if you take a lot of time to render the say shadows or other effects, and then for example in your presentation you want to do some interactive stuff with that data, uh, then you can just go in and save say a few hundred frames, and then load them as red, green, blue data, color data, and then from a particular viewpoint you would be able to uh, work with that data, and it would be interactive because there is no shadowing or other high compute intensive rendering involved. It's just texturing slices, so maybe somebody can give it a try, and let's see how it goes.